everyone in poker wants to be Tom Dwan. At least they think they do because high stakes, private jets, and insane bluffs. But if you dig a bit deeper, being Tom Dwan might just actually suck. This video is powered by SumSub, trusted by 4,000 plus platforms to verify players in seconds and stop iGaming fraud. Download their report from the pinned comment. Let's kick things off with poker legacy. Tom Dwan exploded onto the high-stakes scene as a teenager, turning his online screen name Durrrr into a word synonymous with "I am about to ruin some rich guy's day with 7 deuce offsuit." The man showed up on high-stakes poker and took pots of legends like Phil Ivey with lines so wild that even the commentators needed a minute to reset their reality. At one point, if Durrrr sat at your table, you either braced for impact or left for a cigarette break, even if you never smoke. But the higher the pedestal, the harder the fall. When you're known for outplaying everyone alive on TV, people expect you to keep doing the same thing every time. So if Tom checks back once in a while, the entire community thinks he's washed out. Imagine waking up every day knowing strangers on Twitter are debating if your brain still works. Remember the Durrrr challenge? Yeah, that thing's dragged on longer than most people's marriages. The Durrrr challenge was supposed to be the ultimate test of poker prowess, but it turned into the ultimate test of patience. Watching it unfold was like waiting for a Windows update. You know it's coming, but you have no idea when. The Durrrr challenge became a cautionary tale, a reminder that even in poker, sometimes the biggest bluffs happen off the table. Let's talk about private high-stakes games. Huge money, big excitement, but on the inside, you do not get invited unless you're either fun money or food. No one ever wants to be food, but if you are Tom Dwan, you sometimes accidentally became fine dining. The whales love him because he plays crazy. The pros love him because, well, the whales love him. So Tom is stuck as the main attraction in the circus. Show up, play insane hands, and smile while risking the price of a house every hour. No pressure. His entire style of play is pain. He built a career on making the sickest bluffs during the worst times to bluff. Sure, it feels legendary when it works, but when it doesn't, the audience stares at him like, why would you even do that? But I have to say, Tom's most impressive bluff wasn't against any poker player. No, it was when he convinced his parents to let him skip college for a career in cards.
I convinced my parents to throw $50 online on my Paradise Poker account and never look back.
Tom's bluffs are so legendary, they should come with a health warning. Attempting this at home may result in bankruptcy. Now let's talk about Dwan's legendary poker face. It's legendary because it's the same face you make when you realize you have just walked into the wrong bathroom. His expressionless stare is the look of a man who knows he's bluffing through life, not just poker. You could stick a mirror in front of him and it'd still look like he's trying to figure out where it all went wrong. Tom's poker face is so unreadable that even he's not sure if he's holding pocket aces or a bus ticket home. You know, Tom, for someone who's supposed to be a poker genius, you sure do have a knack for looking perpetually confused. Is that Tom's strategy? To make everyone think he has no idea what's going on? Because if it is, it's working. Half the time, I can't tell if he's deep in thought or just trying to remember where he left his car keys. But credit where it's due. Dwan's managed to build a career out of giving everyone else at the table a heart attack while looking like he's on the verge of one himself. One more thing that sucks are the rumors. Every time Tom Dwan disappears for more than a week, the poker world acts like he's been taken by loan sharks in Macau. Articles show up saying he owes money to shady people. People on poker forums would be saying that they had heard he was stuck in China because he owed people money. Months later, Tom returned and told everyone to relax because he was just chilling, and the community seemed almost disappointed that he wasn't actually missing. Imagine being so mysterious that your biggest mistake is staying offline for a bit. Meanwhile, if any regular poker player goes missing for 3 months, people assume he moved back to his parents' house. With Tom, they assume he's being held hostage. And when he actually returns to public poker, there's no warm welcome, just instant speculation about how rusty he has become. Of course, he's still a legend. He's still battling in nosebleed games, making million-dollar decisions in seconds, and remains an icon for fearless, creative play. But you know what sucks about being Tom Dwan? Every risk is 10 times riskier, every misstep is a meme, and every absence a Reddit conspiracy. Even though Tom's style shaped a new generation of hyper-aggressive players, being the guy known for putting $1 million in the middle with an ace high has a price. Everyone expects Tom to play crazy, so now every pot is multi-level brinksmanship. Other players gun for him and run wild bluffs. Being the legend means there's never a day off, online or offline, and your worst downswing is guaranteed front page news. But hey, at least Tom Dwan is consistent in making us all wonder how he manages to stay in the game. He's the only guy who can make losing a fortune look like a calculated move. If I had a chip for every time Tom Dwan made a miraculous comeback, I'd still be broke because he has convinced me to go all in with 7 deuce. They say poker is a game of skill, luck, and timing. Tom's got the skill, he's got the luck, but when it comes to timing, especially paying off those debts, well, let's just say he's still working on that part. His poker career is like a roller coaster, full of highs, lows, and the occasional feeling of wanting to throw up. But here is the real twist. Under all the myth, Tom is still a human who probably just wants something normal sometimes. A simple coffee, a day without someone asking him about the Durrrr challenge, a poker hand where the pot is smaller than a Lamborghini. Yet, the universe will not allow it. Tom built the poker version of John Wick. You don't retire, you don't slow down, you don't become normal again. You must live forever as the legend who broke the game. So next time you wish you could live Tom Dwan's life, remember, the legend's a lot heavier when you have to carry it. But hey, there's still one thing we can all agree on. When the poker world needs a hero to pull off the craziest move of all time, we all still look to the same guy, Tom freaking Dwan.